Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, yes, no videos have gone out this week. I've been stupidly busy. Every available second possible, I've been up here sorting this shed out, and obviously, as you can see, the GS engine is out and on the bench. So I have been continuing with work as well. So normally I'm doing editing really late at night or early hours of the morning, but I've sort of brushed that aside to get everything sorted in this back shed. As you've seen from that previous video, there was a fair amount of stuff come out of there, and I've been going through that and organising what I need back in there. So that is just soaked up every available second that I had, and it's took a long time, and also keeping the work going throughout the day as well. So as I knew I weren't going to do any editing sort of thing, I brushed that side of it for just a week. We're going to be back to normal as I can be, and carry on and pick this project up and continue sorting the engine out while we're waiting for powder coating and whatever else we're going to be waiting for. So yeah, this engine will be all sorted through the week. So I'll be taking bits off it, side casing, because they're going to get polished again, both sides. I'll be replacing fixings that gone a bit rusty and manky. It's not actually too bad. It's, you know, it's not leaking oil or anything like that. So as I probably mentioned before, this engine had a fair bit of work done on it, and I don't really want to strip it all out and disturb all that. So I'm going to do my best to get it all looking smart, keeping it in one piece apart from the cases coming off, and I think we'll achieve it. I'll give it a nice coat of paint when it's all clean. I've been dousing it in cleaner for several days, loosening all the grime up, so that'll be all sorted in the next few days, ready for some paint. Also, I've got to get back onto the oil pump, which I will now do in my spare time again. As I said, everything's been soaked up sorting this back shed out. We'll have a look at that in a moment anyway. Seems strange not having a bike over there. It's just loads of parts now. And obviously the shed looks bigger with that gone, and soon it will be gone completely. Oh. No need to explain what the year's gone like and why all the old ups are there. I think you all know, but we're catching up at last, and I'm so glad I've sorted the sheds out, because that is going to help me tremendously in here with a bit more space and less clutter. Like I say, I'll show you. So this week coming, we're also supposed to have much better weather, because it's just been horrific. Pouring it down with rain, frost in the morning. The gritters have been out salting the roads, and I just didn't want to take Dan's bike out in them conditions. I just didn't fancy the hours and hours of cleaning up. So I'll be out this week doing the riding part of the last video on that, and then we'll get that out so you can all see it. And I think I'll film taking it down to Dan, and we'll get his reaction on there as well as part of the last video. So you still might have to wait a while, because obviously I've got to get it in the van, I've got to get it down to Dan, we've got to organise all that, so it's coming soon. So you just have to bear with us on that one. What else have I been doing? That's about it really. Like I say, I brushed sort of filming and editing aside just for this week, so I could dedicate every second I could to keeping the work going and getting all that junk sorted out. Let's have a look. So, not much change down this end of the shed, as you can see. There might be a couple of bits missing out of the pile in the corner here. I found better space for some of that. So yeah, there's not much change down this end of the shed at all. Maybe a couple of bits missing that you won't sort of recognise, I don't know. But that end of the shed is what's soaked up all the time this week. Let's take a look. It's a bit different. Oh yeah, the old signs moved from the back of the lathe. Oh, there's the GS. not a lot left. Obviously it'll soon be coming back up into one piece, but it will be on the bench. So temporarily we'll take that Enfield off the bench. The GS will be going on there till it's completed, and then obviously that Enfield will be going back on the bench till that's completed. But here we go. We have a hole in the shed. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, here's the lamp. As you can see, I've done absolutely nothing to it. So we will get back onto that this week in my spare time, the early mornings and late nights, and we'll get this done. In fact, it's quite late at the moment, so I'll probably paint that before I go down the house tonight, or at least get a couple of coats on it. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. It's late, so I can't make any noise now. But yeah, we have a hole in the shed. And a bit of a walkthrough. Ooh, here's my favourite thing at the minute. Check that out. I absolutely love it. So a friend of mine, Lee, he made that for me. So it's got pride of place above the doorway. The beauty of this thing, he made it with a chainsaw. Yeah, he obviously on these letter bits he'd done a bit of a Dremel thing, but majority of that spanner was made with a chainsaw. Absolutely brilliant. So Lee has got his own channel. He's got a full-time job, daytime job, and sometimes he works nights on call out and stuff like that. But he's determined to get this channel up and running and obviously start spending a lot of time on it. And I said to him, with his chainsaw work, film it, because it's absolutely fantastic. He does some beautiful work. If you go on his channel, I'll put a link in my description. His channel's called Balatron. I'll see if I can put that up on the screen. You're going to see that spanner being made with his chainsaw. It's brilliant, it really is. And some of the other stuff he does is absolutely stunning. So I think it's on his channel, he's done a big eagle, and it's just beautiful how he's done it. And he's done an owl and things like that, and he just literally does it all with a chainsaw. So his plan with his channel is to do his woodwork with his chainsaw, and he does other things as well with the old wood, and bit of bike riding as well. So if you want to pop over to his channel, that'd be awesome, because yeah, he's very clever. He's a very skilled man doing this sort of stuff. But you've got to go and see his eagle that he's carved out. It is stunning. Anyway, so yeah, we now have a walkway through. So nothing much changed here. Obviously we've still got the cranky old wobbly lathe there. Lathe. Can't get my words out as usual. So yeah, nothing's changed here. Obviously we had the toolbox here and the welder. The welder's now under that bench. We've got the gas bottle over there out the road. So that's much better under there. It frees up a bit of floor space. And I've had it under there before actually. I can reach out into the middle of the workshop with the leads and stuff, so it's absolutely fine there. The old forge that I made is tucked under there for now till we get some proper free time to do that. I haven't forgot about that. As you can see, the anvil's still over there, although the surfaces are getting a bit stained, I will say, but that'll clean up again. It'll clean up when we get working on it. But yeah, we will do a bit of the old forging when I get some proper spare time, when we're caught up with the rest of these projects. So yeah, just a collection of stuff really. All my old stuff, as you know, I like collecting absolutely anything. The old saw that Ian gave to me, the mask that my dad made, that'll always take pride of place somewhere. And a bit of ordnance. This is Ordnance Alley. This is. obviously all dead. Nobody panic. The shed's not going to explode anytime soon. It's all safe. Got the old lead rose that I made many years ago. Probably 25 years ago I made that. It's still there. The old World War I dagger. Monkey is still with us. Anyway, let's go into the storeroom. Follow me. Well, you are going first, so you'll see it first. The bike is finally safe and dry. I haven't got to push it in and out every day. That alone is a major relief. It really is, because I can't stand pushing outside every day and it's windy and raining and everything else. So it is finally safe. Oh, let's look down this side. So this is the gap. It's very small in here. The sheds are at 2 different levels, so you sort of have to duck to go in. Yeah, it's quite low. I had no choice to do it that way, but it's no big problem. I've banged my head about 422 times, so I'm starting to program myself to duck. It may take another couple of 100 times of head banging before I realise I really have got to duck to walk through there. And it may, no, it won't knock no sense into me. I'm beyond help with that. So yeah, I may bang my head a few more times on there, which is no problem because it's empty. There's nothing in my head, so we'll be fine. Bit of a shelf for the tyres. This goes back. So in total, I know I keep reversing, in total from that end to where it ends up here in between the 2 sheds is 8 foot in total. So yeah, I've gained some good space actually. I couldn't go no further back because the air conditioning unit's down there and I can still get to it by other means. So we haven't lost no space outside in the yard at all. Still get in the back gate, swing around with the bikes. That's no problem at all. And also, as you can see it hiding down there because it goes all the way back. It's obviously a bit of a dark cavern. We've got a compressor. Yes, a compressor where we ain't going to keep running out of breath with the air tools. So that alone is going to save a boatload of time because I used to wait for that compressor to build up air more than what I was working. So that was very kindly given to me by a guy who watches. I never know whether to mention names or not, whether they like it or not. We'll play it safe. Yeah, that was kindly given to me by a guy who watches the channel, and I went up to Sheffield and had a few hours with him, have a good chat and a bit of fun, and come back with a compressor. He had a couple of them, and I think his wife wanted one out the road, so it was taking up too much space. So I thought about painting it for about 3 seconds. I thought, no, shove it in there, plug it in, let's get it working. So that's all up and running. I've got my airline here. That reaches all around the shed. So that'll do. It'll do. It works an absolute treat. Right back there beyond the tyres is another shelf with stuff that I don't really use that much. You know, it's no big deal to just pop a few tyres out to be able to get right at the back shelf. That's fine, it just gets these out of the way. More tyres down here. You'd think I've got a rubber fetish, wouldn't you? Oh, tyres everywhere. So in here, yes, it's getting a fair bit of stuff back in here, but it's much more organised. I'll say the main thing, we've got space for the bike. So there we are. This has freed up so much clutter and space, and it's nice to be able to get everything. I can get at my toolbox properly now, although that could do with proper clean out. There is a lot of clutter in them drawers still. We've got stuff hanging up absolutely everywhere, so it's off the floor. It's like one of them little old-fashioned shops, isn't it, where it's absolutely packed all over the walls, the shelves and everywhere. Where you just stand in them shops for hours and constantly spot different things. I love them old shops. So yeah, it may still look a bit untidy to you guys, but to me, that's perfect. I know where everything is, and I can just walk to and grab it when I need it. The carbs for the GS are in here, safe out the workshop area, so they're all safe. And that's another good thing about this little area. I can bring things in, and they ain't going to be in all the filth of the workshop, like the engines and stuff. We've got the BSA engine down there, Enfield engine. Got a 350 engine, 50 Enfield engine there, which is mine. I may let that go actually. I had every intention of doing a project with it, another Enfield, but like I say, I want to get off the Enfields for a while. So I may actually give that a nice clean up and put that engine on eBay for someone else to have a bit of fun with and build a project. So if you're interested in an Enfield engine, give me a shout. I can't believe, back when I first started building Enfields, you could get the whole bike for like 600 quid. Looking at the engines alone are now fetching that, which is absolutely shocking, to be honest with you, but that's what they're getting. So yeah, collection of mud guards, all ready for different projects. You can't have enough mud guards. Handlebars that I'll probably never use. Got spare wheels, seats, and just general stuff that I can now get at. I've kept the wasp nest. I quite liked it. I did actually walk in here early one morning and someone got stung in the eye, which was quite unpleasant. That hurt a lot. Yeah, I opened the door and a wasp flew straight into my eye. But quite like that, I've kept that. They're quite artistic, them wasps are, aren't they? I think it's quite awesome. I think they'd started one here, but they didn't really finish that one. A shock for the GS. It's just nice to hang stuff in here out the way where it's safe. Got kickstarts and stuff for the Enfields, carburetors for all the other projects. All my nuts and bolts in there. Battery chargers, my grinding stuff, nuts, bolts. They're any cheapy ones just to use in an emergency. Electronic ignitions. Yeah, we've packed quite a bit in here. We've got a shelf back there with stuff on. Stuff that I don't always use that regular, so it's back there. A few Enfield parts up here. Oh, someone got me a Triumph T120. That's very kind of them. I've always wanted one of them. Probably the one I wanted was a bit bigger than that though, I think. Yeah, but that Tracy's friend actually got me that. It's cracking, isn't it? I like it. It's quite cool. On a few tanks. There we are. Tyres that I don't even know what I've got them for. They'll come in handy for something. I've got the old dirt bike tyre back there that's still got to go on the KTM. We'll get there now. We'll catch up. I'll say the main thing, that is in the dry and it's safe. And don't worry, all that stuff is proper secured. It's not all going to drop on it. I made sure of that. So yeah, it's nice to be able to walk in here and grab stuff I need. So here's the doorway, which Lee, who made the spanner, cut these doorways out with his chainsaw. That saved a bit of time actually. He cut them out in a couple of minutes, both of them. The time we'd faffed about with that little, my only saw that I've got, he went and ripped his chainsaw out of his pickup truck and away he went. Here's Johnny.
some spare wood now.
There we go then, all sorted. I'll say it's been a hell of a week sorting all that out. So glad it's done. It's a big relief and it feels much better in here. I just need to now get a couple of helicopters, lift all this up and drop it into the mountains so I've got no neighbours, so I can make loads of noise all through the night as well. That'll be perfect. That's not going to happen, so we'll just continue as we are. So it should be all back to videos as usual this week and ongoing. Obviously we're going to get on with this GS till that's finished. I'm going to basically work the clock round on that as much as I can, and also we'll get that little oil pump lamp finish, so that will go on eBay when it's done, as you know. Yeah, that's about it really. Oh yeah, go and give Lee a watch. You've done the spanner with a chainsaw. He's sort of trying to get his channel into sort of a routine of doing his woodwork and obviously bike riding. That'll be more in the spring and summer months, so he'll get there. He's determined to do it. So yeah, if you want to go over and give him a bit of support, drop him a like and subscribe and all that stuff that they say, that'll be absolutely awesome. Anyway, I'm going to go and have my dinner. It's quite late and I'm going to go and have an early night and rest up and get ready for a full day tomorrow. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.